What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Reality Kingdom, where we put the real reality over there. Period. I'm your host, Pharaoh. We are joined by one of us, Lee. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing swell. I'm doing.
The auction is back. How'd you feel?
The auction is back. The auction is back.
You don't care.
I didn't. I never cared for the auction, so I'm just like, well.
Yeah, honestly, for me, the auction, I did like the auction, but this auction, I don't know. A part of me only liked the auction because of the idols and the twists and the advantages that they could give, and kind of how people would try to strategize and be like, okay, give me your money, or like, you need to give me your money so we can buy this thing, or somebody on the bottom would like buy something. I liked all of that. So I kind of didn't like that this one was just like food. Like, bitch, I don't care about them starving. Me personally, and that's the issue with Survivor. Like, Survivor used to have, in my opinion, a better mix between the we're starving and we're living in the wilderness versus the we're actually playing the game. But I think nowadays it's mostly just we're playing the game. So when they try to bring in the fact that they're starving, I be forgetting. Like, them eating cookies and shit means nothing to me. Or whatever they milkshakes. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Hold on, the girls were chatting up a storm. Y'all excited for this episode? Let me shout out Theodore. Shout out to Theodore. Theodore says this episode proved that Couture made a big mistake voting out Caleb because now she would never get the jury votes to win. Can't wait to rewrap. Thank you. Spill that tea. Clock that tea. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. I feel like Couture with the vote with Caleb was, first of all, we didn't think it was good from the start. We literally talked about it yesterday. Or last time we went. But I just feel like altogether, she just didn't make a good move. She literally said the reason she was voting out Caleb, no, the reason she didn't want to vote out Caleb was because she knew Bruce would be targeting him before her. But now, not only did you vote out Caleb, Bruce is still in the game. Bruce has an idol. Bruce has an idol and it's top 9, and he won immunity this episode. Like, baby, and you're still worried about him. Like, babe, it's just not gonna work for you. Couture needs to
at this point, I mean, that beef with Bruce is going nowhere. I fear at this point she is probably going to be the one that goes home first. I don't know. It's just like that is her only storyline at this point, and I feel like that's definitely not all she's giving. So it's just annoying that it's like that's kind of all we keep seeing.
Period. It really is. I feel like, but isn't it just all she's giving? Like, when I'm thinking about it, it kind of is. And that's what gets me. Like, every time I want it to be more, it doesn't seem like it is. Like, even this episode, I was hoping, and we talked about it. We literally said, if she's going to vote out Caleb, she needs to be giving something else this episode. And to me, she wasn't. Not that much. So, boom. We start off back at camp. J-Cat voted out Julie, so he was regretting it. And he went and talked to Julie about it. And I thought he did a good job, but Julie didn't care. Julie was like, he still voted for me. I don't care. He can go as soon as possible. So that's that. Then we see the next morning, the girls wants to make a girls alliance. What do you think of the girls alliance?
I mean, we said last week in the preview, like, this girls alliance is not going anywhere. Emily is loyal to, and then shout out to Basile and Austin, because they really got this merge locked down socially. Emily is loyal to them. Yeah. Dee and Julie is loyal to them. And now that I'm looking at the optics, I was literally saying, I don't think I even mentioned this last round. It's 3 original Bello, 1 Lulu, and two of the Reba. Why would Julie and Dee even join this alliance when they would be in the minority, especially if Drew and Austin go home? But even the way this episode happened, it's like we also see that Emily is still very much loyal to them. So now it's like, Kelly and Kendra, what the fuck were you thinking? Because now we're going to be in this all-girls alliance, and the target are the 2 original Bello men, Jake and Bruce. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to work in an all-girls alliance, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to let them take out 2 of our original male tribe members.
Well, naturally.
And then we're going to just expect them to take out Drew and Austin.
Of course they would, though. Obviously they would. And this is why y'all shouldn't have voted out Caleb. Other than me liking Caleb, the Emily is fully loyal to.
Now Austin got 2 idols, girl. I didn't even think about that.
Girl, I was literally, I saw that. Emily is fully loyal to Reba. She has no point to go with Bella. The only reason that she could have ever went to Bella was through Caleb. Caleb was one of the only people who would have just worked with Bella most likely, but y'all let him go. Y'all literally voted him out. Couture. So now it's top 10, and it's Katurah, Kelly, Kendra, Bruce, and Jake, which is 5. And then it's the other 5, which is the Reba 4 plus Emily. So it could have just been 5 versus 5 this episode, but y'all wasn't even thinking on that level. Y'all wanted Bruce to go. And then Bruce lost his vote, so it wasn't going to happen anyway. Yeah, but my thing is, like, y'all should have just worked together. Period.
But in general, though, I just think it seemed like by the end of the episode, Kelly and Kendra was like definitely banking on this Girls Alliance working. Yeah. And I just don't understand that, because looking at the entire breakdown of the tribe, y'all should have known this was bullshit in the beginning when they said the targets are going to be Bruce and Jake. Yeah. Why is no one bringing up Austin and Drew? No one is bringing up Austin and Drew.
Katurah and Kendra are the ones bringing up Bruce and Jake. That's the issue. They're the ones bringing it up, so they're not even thinking that it's anything suspicious. But my thing is, at the end of the day, y'all don't know these folk. Y'all are not on the tribe.
Reba has been close since day one,
and they have a whole 4-person line. Y'all don't see it. Like, my thing is, you're on the island. You don't see how close D, Julie. First of all, you know D and Julie are close, and you know Austin and Basil are close. You don't think that what are y'all thinking, bro? They're not thinking at all. Like, it's actually ridiculous. But the Bello people, they definitely should have just locked up. They should have locked up. They should have made sure Bruce used his idol correctly on one of them and made sure they had the votes going on. That's what happens in Survivor. At these rounds, when it's top 10 and it's 5v5 or top 11 and it's 4 of us and we got to use you use the idol, you work together, you get the idol used on the correct person, and then the 5 of y'all, 4 of y'all, however many votes, vote together.
Yeah.
Why was the votes between Jake and Kelly? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's funny because we were saying how excited we would be at a potential that it won't just be tribal alliances. However, if that is how the game is going, you have to work with the game. For some reason, Bello is under the impression that they're not doing tribal alliances when the Reba 4 has been sticking together this entire time, and they've had Emily coming out of the tribe swap. But I just feel like the numbers have always kind of been in their favor, even with J Maya and Sifu going out. You're just continuing to let them stay in majority. It does not make any type of sense at all. Not to me.
None at all. No, period.
I get it, because it's like Kelly and Kendra are like, oh, well, Bruce is worried about like people in Bello. And they're just all over the place. They're all over the place, and it's terrible.
That's true. They did have bad allies. They really did. Who was the 6th? Who was the 6th Bello? Who did they vote out? They shouldn't have voted him out. Why did they vote him out?
It was in the tribe swap.
They didn't have no option. Yeah, that's the issue. Because my thing is, I'm thinking Bruce is just a terrible ally. Like, they really got the worst luck of the draw.
I mean, Brando. The thing is, if Brando stayed, it would have been because of the nerd herd alliance that he pitched to Drew. So he'd be riding.
Brando and Kendra fucked it up because they should have pulled in Emily. If Brando and Kendra pulled in Emily, they would have had the numbers, and they wouldn't even need Bruce because they would have had her and Caleb. Actually,
everybody has been wanting to be loyal to Austin and Drew. That's what it comes down to. Austin and Drew is eating this fucking season up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Everybody is running to Austin and Drew.
Honestly, and I was
Drew better win this motherfucking season.
I was telling Lee this, and I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but honestly, I'm over at this point. The girls don't want to work together. Sorry, but I was saying, low key, the way this season going, Drew Basil deserves to win. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, no, at this point, 100% from everything.
Especially because Kelly went home. To me, Kelly was the smartest girl. Kelly's out. I don't think D. I would love a D win because D's iconic. But D, when it comes
D
to
is iconic for certain reasons, but
for
D
specific
is not
personality
winner. D is giving I'm gonna love her on the Challenge USA 3.
Exactly. Personality. I think I love D's personality. Game-wise, it's not, to me, it's not giving. I would love it. I would still like an Emily win. But other than that, the girls haven't been playing smart. Sorry, Katurah, love you. She hasn't been playing smart.
Why are you singling my sister out? Leave my sister out.
I'm just thinking of all the girls. Katurah, Kendra, and D, in my opinion, and Julie haven't really been playing the most greatest. Like, the gameplay not giving like that. What happened? We was doing good at first. But hey, let's get to it.
Oh, not that one.
Not in all. Oh, okay. I was like, what?
That one too, though.
You know what? I was literally talking about how her face card never declines. It's actually crazy on that island. Period. We get to the auction. They pull up on a boat on the island. Oh, literally on a boat on an island. Okay, so they pull up on a boat on an island, and they got the auction board, and basically they're like, you got to run and get your money. So you got to run and do a scavenger hunt like this is fucking Easter, bitch. And you got to go get your Easter egg hunt, and you got to hunt for the fucking money.
Give it Easter
for the money tube. So they go and hunt for the money tubes. We come back and Bruce only got one tube.
Twist? Like, okay, now it's gonna be different assortments.
Hated it. Stupid ass twist. No, I'm playing. It was. I don't like the random scavenger hunt, but I do kind of like the idea of them having different amounts of money. So I guess I do like it, but also I don't like it. I'm confused because I feel like the auction only mattered to me because of the potential for idols and immunities. But since they're doing idols and immunity idols differently, then I guess it don't even matter to me anymore. So now that they're changing the money, it was interesting. And then when I found out at the actual auction, which is the next scene, they go to the auction, and he explains the rules. And the rules of the auction is first, you get the money differently. Also, there's no advantages at the auction. And
I thought was like
that was the only point. That was the only reason I cared.
Now we're watching them bid for food, literally. I guess that's interesting. But
I do like those like personal moments. But like I said, like I feel like the Survivor has expanded to being mostly strategy. Yeah. So I've been disconnected from the fact that they don't eat for so long that I don't care anymore. Like it used to be like that. When I went back to watch Survivor 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, I cared when people were like not were spilling over rice or stealing some food and stealing fish from other tribes. All of that shit was cute back then. But now we're 49 seasons in. What is this? 45 seasons in. I don't care that much about the survival part because I don't show it that much. And I know it's supposed to be bigger, badder, and more angrier, but baby, it's not given for me. Like them eating fish eyes, all that is nasty. That doesn't mean anything. Really?
But I'm also like I feel like what drew me to the auction in general, because like I said, I didn't care about it. I really didn't care that it came back. Didn't care that it was gone. When he said this is the first time since Worlds Apart, I was like, wow, I didn't know. But like I know the biggest thing was like people potentially being able to buy idols and things like that. However, with Jeff literally just putting an advantage in random places all over these seasons now, I'm fine with there being no advantages here because it's like that would have just been added annoyance.
I agree.
So it does say wait, Austin and Drew had all the fucking money. They just would have got the advantages anyway.
Yeah. My thing is why have it though?
Well,
why have it? So boom, we do the auction. They all eating food. Let's talk about the food they ended up getting, right? Oh, first, there's this like Russian roulette rule. The first 5 auctioned items are guaranteed going to be offered. But 6 through 15, you're not sure if you're going to get 6 auction items, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You don't know which one it is. Jeff is going to put his hand in the bag. He's going to bring out a number, and he's going to know the number. So he knows how many auctioned items you guys are going to get, but y'all don't know. So if the auction finishes at 6 and you have the most amount of money, bitch, you lost your vote. So you have to make sure that you spend your money before the auction ends, and you don't know when it's going to end. You just know there's definitely going to be 5. Right. My first thought was, well, let me just use my money. I don't know. Use it all.
Definitely. Just use it. Fuck it. But see, I would still be like, I want to use my money on something.
And Lee would have lost his vote.
Girl, I probably would have lost. No, as long as I have enough money from the Easter egg hunt, hopefully, because the thought process is you just hope that you can outbid somebody at some point if it keeps going down to it. But like honestly, all of these foods were like mid. I was waiting for the steak, the bacon burgers, bitch, like a full pizza. Like what the fuck? Tacos, like where we at?
They still want them
baked potatoes.
It's bigger, better. Drop the 4, keep the 5.
Like they wasn't really giving them shit for real. Like a milkshake. What the fuck I'm gonna do with a milkshake?
So boom, the auction starts, and the first auction item is beer and pretzels. Do you like pretzels?
Beer and pretzels. I don't like beer. And then pretzels?
I never really
like pretzels, but like after a while, pretzels get like that's too much salt.
I've never really liked pretzels. I grew to like pretzels. When I was a kid, I hated pretzels as a snack. Don't give me pretzels. Give me motherfucking something sweet or chips. Why are you giving me pretzels? Never been a big fan. But now that I'm older, I got a little older.
And then together?
And I kind of like pretzels and beer. I think the salt and the beer really go together.
The what? The alcohol in beer? Hey, what?
Whatever.
Bitch?
The taste. No, beer.
You didn't
beer
say
taste.
anything.
Oh my God. I have a question. Lee, I have a question.
What?
What does bitter taste like? Somebody, I was getting a soup. I was ordering a soup from a restaurant down the street, and I was like, "What does this soup taste like?" And they were like, "It tastes bitter." I was like, "Girl, what? The soup tastes bitter? What's something that's bitter?"
I feel like when I think bitter, I think sour. But I feel like I guess
But
that's
it's
is
not
that
sour.
different?
It's definitely different because lime is sour, but that's not bitter. So I'm like, what is bitter? I was talking about this at work, and they said the same thing. They think sour, but it's not sour. It's like that. I think a beer is bitter, but I don't think beer
I
is
say I'm
bitter.
sour, tartness.
Tartness.
Hmm.
Because I thought of beer is bitter, but like pickles is sour. That's not bitter. That's
I feel
sour.
like they made it in the same category.
Let me look up examples. Actually, I'm so sorry because I was like, what is bitter? But I think beer is like a bitter taste for me. Broccoli.
Broccoli is bitter?
They say broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, dark chocolate. Now, dark chocolate makes sense. Have you ever had like really, really dark chocolate, deep dark chocolate? That is bitter.
Someone said like straight coffee. That makes sense.
Coffee, like
Or
so,
like
like
tea.
bean,
Like
bean,
tea is
tea can be bitter. Okay, I'm waking up. I'm waking up. But anyways, I feel like beer is bitter to me. Yuck. But Kendra gets it. Kendra says later on that this reminded her of her biological dad that she met when she was 18. Love that story. Well,
yeah.
kind of not, but kind of do because it's
Yeah, I
like,
thought she was going
dang,
home.
it sucks that it took that long. Lack of sweetness is bitter. Interesting. But yeah, beer is gross. Ew.
Beer
Next.
is nasty as fuck.
So you wouldn't have bet on bet on
I wouldn't have bet on no goddamn bitter and bitter.
Look at me. Got you all.
I wouldn't have betted on no damn beer and pretzels. I just feel
Okay.
like, where is the food? That's what I've been saying to myself this entire time, bitch. Where is the food? The meat.
Fries and Coke.
That would have pissed me off. Fries, ketchup, and a drink. It's not even a large drink, bitch. It was medium.
No.
No. I wouldn't have been. Would you have been?
Nope. Kelly gets it. The third one is what Emily gets. It was
Kelly
covered.
She ate that.
The third one was covered.
Mm-hmm.
Would you bid for something covered?
I would be scared to bid for something covered. I feel like I would have been like, she can have that.
Okay, she can have that for me too. She gets cold cuts. Or what's it called?
Yeah, it was a charcuterie board. Now, if I would have saw the charcuterie board, maybe. I do like a good charcuterie. You like a charcuterie? Hors d'oeuvres and things.
I'm not necessarily a fan of
you don't like crackers and meat, girl. I love it.
I feel like I'm more of a Lunchable type of nigga.
That's what, bitch. Lunchables is kids charcuterie.
Listen, if you pull up
Lunchables is kids charcuterie.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like adult flavor or like Coke Zero. It reminds me of like the healthy version of a Lunchable. So for me, I'm just thinking it's gonna taste nasty. It's gonna taste nasty. It's gonna taste nasty. Because every healthy version.
Salami and ham, bitch. What the fuck?
That sounds like Zero Lunchable. Coke Zero. Lunchable Zero. You know what I'm saying, though?
No, I don't. I have no idea what you're saying. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what the fuck is. I don't know.
No, somebody saying it. They said that's a snack. Where's the food? Dead ass.
Literally.
Grapefruit is bitter.
I never had no grapefruit.
Girl, get you grapefruit. It's bitter though.
Wow, I want grapefruit. It's bitter, bitch. I want that.
It's not good. It's definitely bitter. I was drinking the other day in the club, and I was
in the club.
What am I talking about? We're doing a Survivor. Anyways, real quick, I was drinking in the club, and I don't know what to get for drinks because I don't ever go out. And they was like, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Hurry up!" And he was rushing me, and I was like, "Oh, just give me like some type of fruit with my drink." And he was like, "Grapefruit." I was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Grapefruit.
Yuck.
With your alcohol?
With my alcohol, it tastes like throw up.
That's what they do.
I don't know why he offered that. You're supposed to be a bartender. Give me an option. I know I don't know why.
Not too bad at him because you don't know.
The next auction item was chocolate milkshake. Lee, this is the fourth item. We only know we got 5.
So I just feel like I want food, not a drink, bitch. I don't want a milkshake. So I feel like I will be, and that's the thing that sucks, right? Because she gets the milkshake, but isn't the fifth item, isn't that covered?
Yeah.
Or no?
It's covered.
It's covered. So my thing would be like, I don't want the milkshake, but then I'd be like, well, I also don't want the covered, because I would have, like, Emily getting a positive covered item, I would have assumed that the next covered item is going to be bad. So I would not have bid on the negative item.
But you would have never. You would have lost your vote. Okay, so D would get the top.
I would have to get lucky. I would just have to hope I wouldn't like Bruce and had no money.
Yeah.
But I could have been, bitch.
So so Couture bids for a cover item, and then Jeff is like, "You want to trade it? Because if you trade it, you could get this other item." And
She
she's
should have
like,
traded it. She should have traded it.
"I would be scared to trade it, but she should have, because she didn't." And she opened it, and it was fish eyes, big ass fish eyes too.
Big crunchy, slimy. How you crunchy and slimy?
How you crunchy and slimy? That's a good question. Because what the fuck?
What fish did that come out of? A shark, bitch? Like that was a big ass
so huge.
eye.
Like I can't even think of a.
That's one of them fish that's at the bottom of the ocean, bitch. That's one of
the things like
that Nemo was fighting because
dual-headed.
Yep.
Yeah. Boom. So Couture don't want it because she eat it and it's nasty. He's like, I'm putting it back up a bit. Who wanted it? Austin buys it instead. Boom. Austin gets the fish out. And he eats it. He talking about it tastes like
you can hear the crunch.
And then he slurps up the lid.
Like it's a damn fruit roll up. I almost threw the fuck up. That is nasty as hell. That was so nasty. Couture's reaction is mine for sure. That was disgusting. And I wouldn't even eat it because then we were talking about it on the phone. Like, oh, I guess it's so like it'll fuel the body. But like, will fish eyes really fuel the body that much? I mean,
absolutely not. Somebody said he's a freak. What kind? The way he was. Okay, Drew. Drew gets the next item, which was the cover item that Homegirl didn't get, and it was candy.
And it's like, what the fuck? Candy? What are you doing with candy? And then what Drew said, like, I
jelly
wanted
beans
food. I wanted some fucking food. Like, I'm probably gonna throw this candy up.
And Homeboy was like, I don't got anything for you.
And that's the thing. That's why I would have fucked up. This is where I would have fucked. Yeah, because Drew was like, oh, unless you got a switch, a swap. What are you saying? A deal you want to make? Because Jeff is good for making them deals, but he's done with the deals now.
He used to be good for making. Ever since what's that girl name? Angelina. Well, ever since Angelina went up to him like he was the fucking blackjack dealer and was
spoke to him like HR. I want to speak to the manager.
Angelina is a Karen. She was a Karen on that island for real. So Jeff, what she said to that girl who didn't give her jacket? What was her name?
Your jacket. Your jacket.
What was her name?
I forget her name. Natalie Napalm. Natalie, your jacket.
Natalie, your jacket.
The jacket. The jacket.
Natalie. Can I have Natalie? Natalie didn't give a damn.
Didn't give a damn.
We needed heroes versus villains back then because they both needed to be on the villains tribe asking for each other's jackets.
I think Angelina would be considered a hero. I would consider her a hero.
You would be the only one.
Well, the thing, literally her negotiating for rights for the tribe, that was for the entire tribe. That's heroic.
That's true. I think I remember no, it was the jurors. The jurors treated her like a villain. They gave her no votes and they hated her at the end. So it depends. That's what's interesting about heroes versus villains, even with the new era. It's kind of like hero to who, bitch? Because to me,
it's subjective.
Xander's not a hero, but they're probably going to make Xander a hero. And it's
like Sari being a hero on the first one, I was like, okay, sure.
I know, right? Like literally. And what
I would definitely say Xander's a hero, though. You think he was villainous? That fits for me.
Hero fits for him? I was just giving a bad example. That wasn't the best example, honestly.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay. Jeez. But like this season, like where are you gonna put like Couture? Because she's definitely coming back. Like
period.
Some might think she is a hero, but also some.
I don't know. I just feel like if they did hero versus villains, they probably wouldn't get her. Like you'd have to get people that fit the category. I feel like she's too in the middle.
I see that. But they got so many in the middle people the first time. That's why I was like, why'd y'all even do that? Because what was that girl name? She was an understudy to Todd and the understudy to Poverty. No, wrong person.
Oh, Amanda?
And she was on Heroes. Why was she on Heroes?
I feel like I saw it because like she was always the sidekick. Like it wasn't giving.
Sidekicks aren't heroic. They're mean.
And that's what I think. It's like I don't know. She just wasn't as abrasive as the Poverty, you know? Like Poverty is very
she was less of a villain. Like, Candace was definitely a villain.
Candace, I don't know how Candace ended up on the Heroes tribe. That girl was a villain. That was some shit.
That was a villain. She was a stone cold villain at that. Let's get back to the episode. I'm so sorry, y'all. I done lost where we was at. Oh, we was doing the
The
charcuterie
auction,
board.
baby, the candy.
Julie, we think. Oh, at this point, we're like, okay, this next person isn't gonna get their vote.
Shit.
And then he's like, okay, Julie, there is another option. And she's like, okay, yay! And then she gets toothbrush and toothpaste. And she's like, Jake, there is another option. And then he gets chocolate cake. And then after that,
toothpaste and mouthwash on an island where I
on the boat on
can't brush my teeth after that. Like, can I keep the brush? Like, maybe
No.
what the fuck? I mean, I guess I have to do it. So
you maybe can keep the brush, but then what?
I can
You
scrub.
just brushing shit around.
I sure would. Every day I go get in that water. Bitch.
It's salt. No, it's salt in your mouth.
Yeah, that's good. Clean your teeth with salt.
I feel like don't you get dehydrated? Oh, only if you drink it.
And someone said Caleb for Hero villains too. I see that, but like Caleb's aura gives villain, but his story on Survivor is very, I think, heroic. So that would be interesting because
maybe it's is it the story or is it the aura? It depends on the person too. It depends on the person. Because Sandra's story is very heroic. She was very because it was only Sandra's first season before she did her. In her first season, to me, that was a hero, but she was on villains.
I think that was because of her personality mainly.
See, and so it depends. It can be your personality.
Like nothing about Courtney Yates necessarily like strategic.
She was very underdog. And usually underdogs are heroes.
She was very, I mean, it's Courtney Yates. So yeah. She talked a lot of shit.
I think they did better on the villains than they did on the heroes. Some of the heroes, it's like, hero. Girl, but I think for the villains, most of them could be a villain.
The villains tribe, they gave villain. Like the whole aura of that tribe was red, girl. They had Russell.
It was the aura was red.
It was.
It really was. Kelly gets Margarita, PB&J, and Bruce don't have his vote. So everybody gets to use their money but Bruce because Bruce only had $80 to begin with. So it ended up coming back on his ass. So he doesn't have a vote at the next tribal. Boo-hoo. Back at camp. Back at camp. Emily is ready to turn on the girls. Emily basically said, fuck women. I don't give a fuck. I'm here for my men. And that's that.
And I'm not shocked. And honestly, I think this was a great move from Emily. Because this girl's alliance wasn't going anywhere. I'm sorry. This is the first time where I'm not even like, oh my God, this was not working. Like, it was not. I don't know why Dee and Julie didn't snitch before she did. Because now Emily going to Drew before Dee and Julie, it really puts her higher, I feel like, on their trusting list. So if Dee and Julie don't turn on them, or even when they attempt to turn on them, Emily's gonna rat them out again, or like they're just gonna pull Emily over them too. So I thought it kind of ate.
Somebody said Emily has. You remember that preseason?
I'm gonna target all the women.
Sandra said in these games, a lot of the time, the women get targeted first, and I'm gonna make sure that happens.
Sandra is
what? And she was dead ass too.
Oh my God. But it also made sense too. It's like, why would I go with these women who I have no relationship with? Which is so true. I don't know why some of the Bello members keep trying to do that. But we're here.
Name names.
I'm not gonna name names. They know who they are. You need to stop trying to single my good sister out.
I don't know
why
go home this round. No, Emily
she didn't go home.
Emily said, I have the best relationship with Austin and Drew. Similar to how someone had the best relationship to the last person voted out, Caleb. And she was like, why would I literally go with women? Even though I love women power, I'm all about it, but why would I go with a bunch of people who I don't have good relationships with when I can go with the people who I have good relationships with? I don't know. It's almost Survivor 101. It's almost like everyone should think that way. No?
That's what I'm saying. Emily Friends on Tina is sick.
It's kind of giving that, but that's the thing.
It do give.
I was kind of worried people would be mad at Emily, but it's giving icon. I'm sorry. It's given she knows what she's doing. So yeah, she snitches them out. And Drew says, well, that's okay. Drew's like, that's okay. He's literally like, I mean,
I really enjoy Drew. I'm not gonna lie. And people were saying it on Twitter a little bit too. Like, you know, he don't like, I feel like Dee, like how she's like so outgoing, so outspoken. A lot of people be very intimidated by that. And Drew and Austin, they did not give a damn. Chilling. And then even with this Girls Alliance, a lot of people, especially men, would be like, oh, these girls gotta go. We gotta make sure a girl goes, and I'm gonna go make an alliance with Drew and Jake, and you know. But he was like, I mean, I don't care. I'm just gonna use it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, period. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind the Drew win. I'm not gonna lie.
Me neither. He says he wants to use this to help flush Bruce's idol. So he's going to try to use the fact that they're all going to vote Bruce to have Bruce use his idol and then waste it, of course, or something
Good
like
luck.
that.
Bruce
And
gagged,
you know
girl.
what's funny?
Bruce gagged alive
It
tonight.
was
He really
this
did.
point, I told Lee, I was like, Lee, low-key, Bruce could be on All Stars because he's giving important. He's giving they keep talking about him, woo, woo, woo. And it was like we were kind of talking about how we're not too sure yet because he's just kind of got hated all season and he probably just gonna go home. And we're thinking, oh, he probably just gonna go home this episode. Girl. We get to immunity.
He gagged alive. He really did.
He did gag alive. We get to the immunity first. They do the whole, do you want to sit out for Rice? How do you feel about this?
Literally, this is one of those segments I always forget about until he does it. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yep.
But this time around, Jeff said I'm not playing because usually this segment is really dragged out. The girls don't want to sit. Sometimes we go to commercial. The girls are really indecisive about who's gonna sit out, and I would be too. I will say I probably wouldn't be good at a lot of these immunities, so I go ahead and sit out. Fuck it. But this time he cuts the bag of rice and he says, "Decide, or the rice goes out." It's like Saw. You want to play a game? And he really played.
No, he said, "That's your rice."
And he's really playing with their life because if that rice gone, they won't eat.
They will starve.
They will not eat.
Somebody said he's giving Chris McClain more and more every season. I see it.
It really does give that. It really does give that.
The campers are losing their rights as we speak. Like he didn't give a damn.
And then it was falling out. That shit was going fast. That was a big ass hole he put in it.
He didn't even care.
Drew was like, I mean, is it running out? He said, yeah.
Honestly, I don't love this segment, but if he's gonna do it this way, I kind of don't care. I feel like I hate the fact that we still haven't seen all of them compete in the immunity. Oh, we did last episode, but it was teams and it was weird. I hate the fact that we haven't seen them all be vulnerable and all competing in immunity. That's kind of annoying to me. Like, I just want to see it, but we're 3 weeks in the merge and we still haven't seen them all play a merge like regular comp. Like, please, I don't know. But hey, we got it. So they all play immunity. Bruce wins. He gags alive. We talked about it.
He ate it up. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, ooh, because I was not expecting that, but he really did. And shout out to Julie, girl. She was stepping with the big dogs for a minute. She was in there for a hot minute.
Yeah, I would have lost. At first, I was like, I would have won. But when I saw how long they held on, I was like, because they held on for a long time.
Yeah.
But Bruce wins, and Bruce still has an idol. So that means Bruce going into top 9 has an idol still at top 9, which means he should make it to top 8.
He should.
We'll see. Should is a big word, but he's still here, so that's good. And that's when I was like, you know what? It's giving All-Star. They hated him all season. He just won immunity. He has an idol. He's going to play it wrong or right.
Definitely.
So we'll see. Back at camp, this is where we get the girls kind of talk. Emily, Kendra, and Kelly. They're basically like, I mean, we might just need to vote Jake. We can't vote Bruce. Let's vote
And
Jake.
I'm like, okay, Bruce is one thing. But Kelly and Kendra, y'all really gonna turn on Jake like this?
That
like Katura at this point, Katura Katura is full Reaper. Look, so I'm just praying my sister makes it as far as possible. She got it over there. But I'm just like, Kendra and Kelly too. Like Bello is just
flopping in the wind, babes. It's giving fish out of water. Y'all don't know what y'all are doing. Just flopping around.
Like they're literally letting the Reba 4 stump to the end with ease.
With ease. No, they don't even care. At least give them a run for their money. Like, and it sucks because Bruce doesn't have a vote now. So even if they tried to vote all Bello, it wouldn't have been enough votes. Yeah. But they know Bruce has an idol. But would he have used it? I don't know. But I still feel like they should have at least tried, attempted, thought of something else, threw something else out. Why did you immediately default to the only other Bello? Just make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. We know you could have at least like threw out, oh, Austin's a threat or something. They didn't even try.
No one is worried about Austin and Drew. We should have been worried about Bruce. Girl, Bruce is not winning this damn game. Austin and Drew Austin ain't winning either, to be fair. But Drew is sitting there. Like Drew, I feel like it's so obviously eating the girls up. No.
Running the game. And it's clearly not obvious because the girls talk about on the previously that D gotta go. Nothing, D gotta go too, but still.
But that's the thing about D. Like
at least D.
I love D because she has the agency. I think that she could make very strategic moves, but it's like she puts because she's only a threat because she's putting herself in that position. There's no way she should be getting targeted over Austin and Drew, and she only is not because she's like making these like all-time dominant moves. It's because she's so outspoken and she puts herself, I feel like, in that way of being perceived. And it sucks because like I said, I don't think she has the savviness to avoid being a target if it does happen. However, I mean, I don't think the Reba 4 is going to let her go this early. So,
yeah, Mama said D is just a shield for Drew, and honestly, that probably is what he's doing. Because I was wondering why is he allowing her to just be this it girl like that? But there it goes. She's literally probably going to go before him. When that's crazy. That never really happens in Survivor, where she's going to go before him, who's actually running it. Ooh, he might eat that up. I'm scared. So they talk about voting Jake instead. And Jake pulls up. And when Jake pulls up, they try to pretend to him like they don't know who the vote is. And they're like, who do you want to vote?
I'm like, wow.
And Jake's like, okay, here y'all go. Y'all not saying the name. Y'all trying to bait me. So he leaves, clocks them, and is like, I'm just going to look for Idol. He looks for Idol, doesn't find one. So
of course not in New Era Survivor, baby. You have to find the Beware advantage and then go to the well and then crack a rock and then burn a candle.
No, literally. But so he doesn't find one, and then we see Drew Basil's plan. So this is when Drew Basil wakes up the live with his plan, which was surprising because a lot of the times you can just let shit happen. He really could have just let Jake go, you know? But instead he was like, this could be a chance for us to take out Kelly.
Mm-hmm. And he also really undermines this girl alliance immediately. And it's so crazy the scene of him telling, well, D, Julie, and Emily, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird because
like Kelly and Kendra, y'all so damn dumb.
I don't know why they just listened to him. He just went up to them and told them, okay, instead of the plan that you all agreed to. And that's the thing, Julie and D didn't even agree to this new plan. So I don't know why they did it. Literally in the moment, they were like, well, I don't think we should do that. We should probably just vote Jake. Because Jake had just blindsided or just voted against them at the last tribal. And so they wanted to still vote Jake, but he's like, no, we could just split the vote Kelly. Everybody else is going to vote Jake. We're going to vote Kelly. This is the majority. We have the numbers. And it's them plus Emily, the 4, Reba and Emily. I want to know what Emily, well, never mind. Because Drew, Basil, and Austin are probably going to take Emily. So she's probably going to eat that up. But so that's the plan.
Over D and Julie.
Yeah.
Drew,
and they probably
I definitely can see Drew and them being like, well, I don't know. The girls are saying next episode. And we saw Austin was not feeling that too much. So and that's one thing about D, I will say, them boys trust her down. They are not turning on her at all. She's being included.
Yeah, that's true. And they haven't uttered a negative word about her.
I heard about that girl's lines, and he didn't think anything, but he said, okay.
He said, well, I know D and Julia. I feel like he just assumed he knew they wasn't down for it immediately.
And them voting their way now basically just proves it. Like, oh well, this isn't real.
So we go to tribal council, and the plan is to vote Kelly, and they do, literally.
Gag. She was gagged too.
She was
so gagged. I liked Jake's like. I don't know. Like it was definitely giving actor because he was acting all nervous. He wasn't finishing his sentences. I'm like, what's happening? Like what's going on? And he tries to go, yeah, because if I play my shot in the dark, I was like, he's really trying to like set up that he may have an idol. I was like, okay. I see you.
He ate that up, and he is an actor, so it really goes hand in hand. Because honestly, if I was there, and Couture got a little nervous too. If I was there, I would have been nervous. Like, oh, now he has an idol. Like, I don't know. I'm surprised people didn't. Well, never mind. The people running the game knew he wasn't even the vote in the first place, so they didn't have to get up and do anything. Because I was going to be like, honestly, that's a situation where he played well enough to where they should have tried to decide on a different vote, which is surprising because it's like all the Bello who sat there and voted him. Y'all didn't even think to try to maybe consider something else. Like they had no backup plan. What if his shot in the dark did work? Like they didn't think anything through other than this plan that Reba, first of all, set up for them and then didn't even do. Voting out Jake was good for Reba and they didn't even do it. They did the other good plan. And it's like, y'all suck, bro. Y'all are so bad.
And where was I don't really get into it.
What?
I was gonna say because Couture, like, was she told about the plan to get out Jake? I think she definitely was.
She was told about why did she even want to take out Jake? I don't know, but she
did want Jake out. But was she told about the Kelly plan?
No, it was only Emily and Reba. So it was 5 votes for Kelly. And what?
I'm just like Kelly, Kendra, and Katura. Like y'all would be the K. Y'all remember that the K's?
Yeah.
Kelly, Kendra, and Katura. Let's go back to those days. Those were the good old days, weren't they?
They was. And now Kelly's out. Kendra's on the bottom, and Katura is too.
Everybody's gonna be in Chop.
I wanted Katura to be in Chop last week. We should have did that. Y'all remember that?
Oh, mother's name wasn't said, so maybe.
Yeah, honestly, like I think it's still good. Well, let's start. Who went home?
Take out Caleb from camp.
Caleb went home.
Sifu
last round, and Sifu went home last time. Kelly just went home. She honestly didn't play that good because, baby, you thought the Girls Alliance was for real? That was weird.
So what you think?
Weird. Her and Kendra, like, I don't know why they genuinely thought it was real.
Yeah, I don't care about Chop at this point. I mean, I that's why I think about like because I feel like the shockness of the move. I'm like, why are you even that shocked? Like as if it wasn't a possibility.
Y'all, what y'all think for Kelly? I only put her in child because she didn't get all the votes. What half the people didn't vote her, so that's good, I guess.
She's a decent player. So my thought process has been if they're like a decent player and they got out because of a blind side or something like that, I don't mind them going in child. Like Chop is just like, girl, why were you?
Also, if Bruce didn't win immunity, she probably wouldn't have went home. It would have just been Bruce.
It probably definitely would have just been Bruce.
So I'll give her that too. So boom, I'll put Kelly in child, and then Bruce was at Chop. He won immunity.
I move Bruce up to the child. I mean, I think he did his big win this episode. Is he probably gonna be a target next episode? Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not. He has his idol that should be used at least next episode.
He wasn't looking for auction money. That was weird. He has an idol, and he won immunity, so he could probably win another immunity. Even if, like, let's say he doesn't use his idol right, and he uses his idol, he doesn't have it. He can win the next immunity. He just won an immunity against all of these people. So now I feel a little better about him. It's top 9. We're getting closer to the end. Child. Katura's not moving an inch for me.
At all.
Okay, great. Julie has the same edit every episode. Am I tripping? Or is it she has a diary room saying she's scared about something or doesn't want something? And then that's it. That's basically it. Like she'll have a diary room. Like this episode, she had a diary room at the beginning about Jake voting her. She said, I don't feel good about Jake voting me. And then boom, that was it.
Literally. Like
she's the middest of the mid. I ain't never had to, somebody said, who's Julie? I don't know. Kendra, she's going down because one, you wanted to vote Bruce. After Bruce, you wanted to vote Jake, and then you were surprised that Kelly went home. You made no other plan other than that. You thought the Girls Alliance was real. It wasn't. Like, I just can't do it. I
love her, girl. I really do. I love Kendra's personality down, but like, girl.
And what we saw today was that Katura was more invited in on the Brazil thing. Brazil wants to make a relationship with Katura. Kendra is someone that now that Kelly is gone, you don't have anybody. Why are you laughing?
Look at all the pillows. Shut them up. Pillows suck.
Where they belong.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Oh, brother. Austin is never leaving from mid for me. Him and Julie are about what and what.
True.
Same person.
And same with D. The girl, I feel like what the chat think about D? Because I feel like a lot of the girls are D defenders. Should D be in camp? Should D move up?
No, don't just say yes. Why should D be in camp? Because
I don't mind her being in camp because I'm like, okay, she does.
She is camp. Equity. She is camp.
She has to win equity. The girls are definitely going to be looking at her soon. And like I said, my only fear about that is that if she gets looked at, could she go? I think she could.
I think she could easily.
So I don't know. Austin was saying he does not want to do this move. I mean, I don't see Austin being able to stop it.
Austin has an idol. Austin has 2 idols now.
Someone said
Kelly just went home. So he has 2 idols that neither of them he's going to play. He's probably going to go home with both. But he has 2.
I don't know.
So
some of the girls are saying top of mid, some of the girls are saying camp. I don't mind camp. I don't mind camp. Is
this about not minding or is this about the truth? Okay. Because the truth is she's at the top of mid. This is what I will say. If they try to target her next episode and she don't go home, I think I'll then move her up to camp. Right now,
okay,
I'm going to stick with mid. Y'all, I hear the camp. I hear
okay, D defenders, hold him to this, bitch.
Look,
next episode, she will be the target. So if she can finesse this next episode,
I have no choice but to make. But that's the thing. She might be a mother. If she is the target the way they were talking, and she stays, I'm gonna want her in camp anyways. So we'll see.
period.
Jake, girl, you almost went home.
I think moving to the top of mid, in my opinion. I will. If we're considering other things, like he's going to be an upcoming target, maybe he could be lower.
Position bad. Olabello is stupid. What are you gonna do?
Like he's forced to work with allies that really are just not playing the best.
Yeah. I feel bad for him. I kind of felt bad for Kelly too, but after this move, girl, what was you thinking? I really feel bad for Jake. He was the only one smart enough to want Caleb to stay. And then they didn't listen to him because they're stupid. And then he almost went home because of it. But he didn't even go home because they're the ones who were dumb, not him.
That's what's funny. Hilarious thing.
That's the thing. I love karma and comeuppance because I wouldn't be surprised if Jake was the last standing Bello.
That would gag the live. That would really
I wouldn't be shocked because he's clearly the smartest one. I could see him wiggling his way around or maybe winning immunity. He got what, second in this one? Third. He got third in immunity. So he could.
I would love if he stayed longer. I love Jake.
Yeah. She said Jake didn't do much to save himself. That's true.
Drew just and I will say, and like before he did the little acting thing with the idol, I was like, what is this giving? Like, you're not, because he said, let me make a pitch. And then he didn't make a pitch at all. He just said, some people are at the bottom. We know that.
That's it.
He even named names. Name names.
He didn't. He could, and he didn't want to name names, which kind of could have got him in a pickle. Like, he should have just been throwing out Kelly anyways. He wasn't. He kind of just sat there. But bottom of mid is fine with me. Boom. Emily is still giving camp, even snitching on the girls' alliance.
I mean, like, I'm sorry.
You kind of ate.
The girls are not worried about Emily. No one is targeting her. My only issue kind of now is where's that win equity is going to come through. Because if she thinks she's going to the end with Basile and Austin and is going to win, now I don't know. Because in New Era, the winner is always the person who's kind of playing that under the radar game. And I can also see Drew being cut before a final tribal. So if let's say it's Emily, Austin, and Julie, I mean, girl, Emily should be winning. You know? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Caleb's gonna vote for her in the jury.
I was just gonna say Caleb's gonna be in Ponderosa, getting the girls to stand Emily down. So
and Kelly knows that Emily was a part of the plan because when Kelly was gonna leave, she was like, "Who did this?" And Emily was like, "Sorry." And Kelly was like, "You did this too?" And Emily was like, So maybe it might give respect a little bit. Like she's probably going to be in the majority of almost every vote. I can't see Emily getting left off of a vote from here on. You know what I'm saying?
The girls are scared because they're saying that she might get targeted because she mentioned these names. Now, that's going to be a gag. So, but that's the thing. I feel like by her exposing this a girls' alliance before D and Julie, at least that's what we see in the edit. Who knows that what happened on the actual island? They may be willing to hear her out and not just go after her for doing that. Because, I mean, she isn't a whole ass girls' alliance.
That's true. Mother Basile is not leaving. It's funny seeing only a man in Mother.
That is crazy. That is crazy. But I'm sorry. He is the mother. He is.
And Basile is a mother.
Basile's the mother. Drew? I don't know about Drew yet.
Drew is still unknown. He hasn't made it to the
cast and towards the bottom. This is crazy.
Girl, speaking of crazy, these damn this.
Girl, I forgot.
Look at my top
Jake.
Jake didn't even go. Kelly went. My first 5 pick. Oh no. I picked Jake before I picked the other 2. But still. 5 of my first 6.
I still see you winning. Basile, Emily. I mean, these are some good options. I think Jake and Julie are definitely not winning. Jake could if he got there, but is he getting there? Child.
I don't think Jake is getting there. Julie's never winning.
Austin is losing. He's not getting any votes. Katura, I think Katura could.
She's not getting any votes.
No, she could. I think she could potentially. Caleb is going to be in jury. I think the K's will vote on Kelly. Katura. Bitch, don't count my sister Katura out.
I don't think Caleb would.
Why you got to X up a seafood?
Oops. I forgot. He's so irrelevant. Clearly, that's what's going on. Let me add it. Okay, wait. So, this is how it looks for real. Boom.
So I got 5, and you got 4 people left.
Yeah, you gotta lose.
And none of my 5 are winning the game.
Kendra going home.
D has the best win equity. So, girl, come on, D.
But that's the thing. Listen, y'all.
Win, sister.
Listen, y'all. Mark my words /Lee's. D is winning this game. Let me tell you why. Lee ain't lost the
50.
draft yet. Ever. D, there is no way that D is not winning this. I'm 1000% certain D is winning. I have no doubt in my mind. If D
Bro,
doesn't
if
win,
I win
Couture
this,
is winning this game.
if
It is
I
either
win
D
this,
Couture or Kendra. That might be the final three. That
if
might be the
I
final
beat
three.
you in another draft, that would be crazy, Pharaoh.
It would
At
be
this
crazy. It
point,
would make sense. It would make sense. You're psychic. Y'all, when That's So Raven said, if you could gaze into the future, she meant when Lee gazes into the future,
shut up.
he might think life could breathe. These drafts could be a breeze.
Mind you, she's
Draft
second to
is
last.
a breeze.
I picked the second to last.
Mind you. But no, literally, I fully expect D to win. D or Couture or Kendra or Bruce or Austin are going to win this game 100%. I would like literally throw up on screen if any of my people won it. I just don't think it's possible.
I feel like there's a chance for Couture mainly because we just see so much of her perspective. Now I will say most of her perspective is beefing
wrong.
Well, I was gonna say just beefing with Bruce.
Oh,
Because I wouldn't say it's been wrong. She's been right about Bruce because he is annoying. But it's just like there's nothing else past that. So I'm like, I feel like the hurdle of Bruce leaving, I'm curious what happens. That's what makes me feel like, is she just gonna go? Because what is her storyline if Bruce is out?
I've always felt like he's gonna idol her out. Ever since he got his idol, I felt like that could mean something for her game because they made him so big for her, and he still hasn't used it. So, oh shit. So he could, and that could hurt her. Or like maybe he ain't making it to fire. I don't even know why I thought that. But if he uses his idol correctly, she could be the one that goes that week. So there's that.
But you know what, too, though? I feel like I came to this realization a few episodes ago, and I forgot to say it. I think another reason why this season is just so much more interesting is because the women are not all just going home.
Yep.
And there's an uneven, skewed number of women left in the game. Like there was an ability for a majority of women's alliance to be formed. That didn't work. But we didn't even have that ability these last few seasons at all. The women were going to go back to back to back to back. And men are not interesting. So
nope, they never are. It was all these last couple seasons. It's only been like 3 women in the merge, like period. And it's like, yuck.
So I love that, and they're like power players too. Like Kelly Spradlin, she was a big player.
Kelly Spradlin,
very important. Emily's very important. Katura, she's always getting a scene, a scenario. So I love it.
That's true. Boom. All right, y'all. Period. We ate that up. Tune in next week. We will be covering Survivor right after episode, like we do every motherfucking week. We're also still covering the Amazing Race, so get into that. Big Brother is over, but is it really over? Never.
Reindeer Games coming soon.
Reindeer Games is coming soon. We also have other Big Brother content if you're into that. That is coming soon. Go check out our finale recap where we talk about it or whatever. So get into that. And baby, thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom. We're out. Period.